Have you ever said something to your child in frustration, then wished you could take it back? Here's the thing. Psychologists say the words we repeat to our kids become their inner voice for life. Some phrases we use, even with love, quietly chip away at their confidence. Today, let's unpack 10 everyday things parents say that sound harmless but hurt deeply, and what to say instead, so your words build strength, not self-doubt. You ready? Let's start with one that sneaks into almost every home. Imagine your child brings home a test paper. It's a B, not an A. You sigh and say, "You're so close. Look at your cousin. She got full marks again." Seems innocent, right? A little push for motivation. But in your child's mind, it sounds like, "I'll never be good enough." Researchers from the University of Michigan found that children who are often compared develop stronger feelings of jealousy and lower self-worth. Instead of comparing, try this. "I see how hard you worked. Let's figure out what's confusing and try again tomorrow." That one shift from judgment to collaboration builds trust and resilience. Now, here's one that most of us have said without thinking. "You're so lazy." Picture this. Your son is lying on the couch while the living room looks like a Lego explosion. You're exhausted, dinner's burning, and you snap. But here's what his brain actually hears. "This is who I am. Lazy." Labels don't fix behavior. They lock it in. Developmental psychologists call it the label effect. Once a child internalizes a label, they start living up to it, even the negative ones. Instead, describe what you see. "Hey, I notice your room still needs cleaning. Want to start with the toys or the clothes?" See the difference? You're inviting responsibility instead of assigning identity. Before we move to the next one, quick question. Have you ever told your child to stop crying when they got upset? Stay with me here, because this one has lasting effects most parents never realize. A 5-year-old drops her ice cream. She cries. You say, "Oh, come on, it's just ice cream." To you, it's perspective. To her, it's pain dismissed. Studies in emotional intelligence from Yale show that when kids are told to suppress feelings, they grow up struggling to name or process emotions. Try this instead. "I can see you're sad about your ice cream. It's okay to feel upset. Let's figure out what to do." You're not rewarding tears, you're teaching emotional regulation. That's how empathy is born. Now, let's tackle one phrase that almost every parent has used at least once. "Because I said so." It ends arguments, sure, but it also ends curiosity. Japanese parenting traditions have a saying, "The child who asks why grows wise." When we explain the why, even briefly, we nurture critical thinking. So instead of "because I said so," try "vegetables help your body grow strong." Let's find one you actually like. You're teaching reasoning, not rebellion. Here's a subtle one. "You're too sensitive." Maybe your child cries when a cartoon character gets hurt and you laugh, but to a sensitive child, that laughter sounds like rejection. Sensitivity isn't weakness. Research actually links it to higher empathy and creativity. You can say, "You feel things deeply." That's a beautiful strength. That single sentence tells your child that their heart isn't a flaw, it's a gift. Let's pause here for a moment, because what you are hearing might feel heavy. Every parent has said these things. Every one of us has lost patience. This isn't about guilt, it's about awareness. When we know better, we do better. And that's what this conversation is about. All right, let's jump to another moment that really matters. When your child fails, they miss a goal, forget a line in a school play, or get a bad grade. You sigh and say, "You're just not good at that." But guess what? Research by psychologist Carol Dweck shows that self-belief predicts success far more than talent. Instead, reframe it. "That was tough, but every expert starts by missing." Want to practice together? Encouragement fuels persistence, and persistence builds confidence. Now here's one that hides behind tradition. Big boys don't cry. When we tell boys not to cry or girls to be strong, we're unintentionally telling them emotions are wrong. But emotional suppression is linked to anxiety and relationship struggles in adulthood. Instead, model emotional courage. It's okay to cry. I'll stay with you until you feel better. You're not raising toughness, you're raising wholeness. Let's talk about dreams for a second. Your teen says they want to be an artist, a dancer, or maybe a game designer, and you say you'll never make it in that field. It's meant to protect them from disappointment, but it does the opposite. Dreams crushed at home rarely get rebuilt elsewhere. Try, that's a big dream. Let's see what steps it takes to make it happen. You don't have to promise success, just support. That's how confidence grows roots. So here's the real takeaway. Our words become their inner voice. They'll carry it into classrooms, friendships, careers, even their own parenting someday. But the good news? It's never too late to rewrite that voice. Tonight, just notice one moment, one phrase where you can swap correction for connection. When you do, you're not just changing your child's behavior, you're shaping their belief in themselves. If this hit home for you, take 1 minute today to tell your child one empowering sentence. Something like, I love how you keep trying, or you make our family stronger. Then watch their face light up, because that's the power of words that build, not break.